Hey guys, it's Melanie. Happy Saturday. Let's kick off the first Saturday in August with a little fall candle haul because why not? September is right around the corner and I am getting so excited for all of the fall things, you guys. Bath & Body Works has over the last few weeks been releasing their fall scents, and so here I am with a Bath & Body Works candle haul. Now, I did purchase multiples of a couple of these scents that I'm going to show you guys, and I'll let you know which those are. There's not going to be a huge variety in this video, but I did purchase a few, and once you see what I have, you'll know why, because you know I've been waiting for one of these to come back. So, but yeah, anyway, I wanted to go ahead and share this haul with you guys and just do some cold sniff impressions. As you know, I have really not been purchasing much from Bath & Body Works over the last year. In fact, right before the start of the summer, I returned quite a bit of stuff. And a lot of it was the pink petal tea cake and the raspberry peach macaron that I bought more towards the beginning of the year. So I ended up taking that back. All of them were unburned. I never return burned candles unless something is like absolutely atrocious. But I took a lot of that stuff back because I just wasn't impressed with the performance. And so for me, I just kind of felt like better to just return them and let somebody else have a chance at them. The pink petal tea cake return was definitely a big deal, and so was the raspberry peach macaron. But after burning a couple of them, I just kind of learned that they still haven't really resolved a lot of the issues that I have with my Bath & Body Works candles. So I just chose not to buy very much. But fall is definitely a season where I go a little bit more crazy on home fragrance, and my hope really is with these candles that I purchased that the burn quality has improved. So I'm going to be burning through these over the next couple of weeks and then determine if it's worth it to pick up a few more backups of my like super favorites. So we'll see, but I'll be testing these out and doing reviews for you guys over the next few weekends. So stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and get into it. I just realized, is this the... Nope, hang on. Nope, hang on. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Sorry. So, most of these came from the sale that was last weekend, which was the buy two, get two free. They also had the 10 off of 30. So I used two 10 off of 30s in store, and those candles are actually just sitting over there. So, what I purchased in store was, let's just start with those. And then the rest of the candles that I purchased, I ended up ordering online because I didn't want to keep going in and doing the 10 off of 30. I just used a 20% off and purchased the rest online. So what I bought in store was a couple more of the pumpkin peanut brittle. I did do an in-depth review of this last weekend. I will link the video down below. I really love this, you guys. This is very unique. This is a little bit more savory than I normally go for, but this is a great candle, and so far the performance of it is fantastic. I'm looking over here because I have it to my side here. It's an amazing candle, you guys. I smell this through my entire house. This is a winner, and like I said, the burn performance so far is pretty good. There's no sooting so far. There's no change to that like chemical kerosene type note. It's just a really good performer. So fingers crossed the rest go that way too. This is an A1, by the way. I don't know if that makes a difference. I think the other ones I got were either A1 or A2. I can't remember, but this is just such a nice scent, you guys. So I do have multiples of this one. There's a couple in the box that's beside me as well. So it's very unique and very different. I don't think it's like crazy hoard worthy, but I did want to have a few backups because that is also a really good fall transitional scent. So there's that. I will have in a couple weeks my favorite fall transitional scents, or my fall transitional recommendations, coming up very shortly. So stay tuned for that. Another one from the same collection, you can see these share the same lid and similar type of label. I love the label on this one because it has a white pumpkin, and I love these white pumpkins. So this is obviously pumpkin coconut. This has not been back consistently over the last couple years. There was, I think, 2 years ago where I was able to get one in store, but it wasn't crazy readily available. I remember when it first came out, I actually have several in the original packaging still because I loved this. So this is, I mean, it's not really technically much of a fall scent, but it is a good transitional scent, and it's a good one to pair with other fall scents because it can like kind of amp up the bakery note of some other fall stuff that you might have going on. So anyway, this is really nice. They say that this is spiced pumpkin, toasted coconut, creamy caramel, and sea salted caramel, excuse me. It's a very unique scent in that, to me, this is kind of like a basic white cake mix type scent with some minimal fall spices. You can just get like a hint of nutmeg, maybe just a tiny hint of cinnamon. There is kind of a caramelly type note to it. But it's just really nice, like I said, to pair with other fall candles. Like I would totally burn this alongside the pumpkin peanut brittle, and I think this would be a wonderful combination together. Oh yeah. This would probably actually be perfection. So this is good for fall transition, which is why I bought a few of these. And it's also good in the fall when you're mixing it with more, you know, like super fall candles like this one, which I'm going to show you here next. But I really do like this. I like the label on this a lot. This will look really nice in my dining room where I'm doing kind of a blue, it's slightly different pumpkin theme this year, let me just say that. But anyway, I thought it was pretty label, and hopefully this wax stays white though. That's kind of what I'm going to be seeing with this particular one, is if they can get this wax to actually stay white the whole way down. That's one of the things that I really appreciate about the Homeworks candles, is that the whole way down, they stay the color, the wax stays the color that it was intended to be. So if it's a white wax, it stays white. If it was pink, it stays pink. It doesn't get sooty or anything like that. So there's that. Okay, next. I grabbed one of these. Originally, I was gonna kind of go hog wild on this because there was some talk about this potentially being a repackage of spiced pumpkin cider, I think it was. That came out a few years ago. I have a couple backups of that. And it's one of my favorites from Bath & Body Works because it is a true spiced cider candle. Now, this is not a repackage of that, which bums me out. This is a basic, I think of this as like a Michael's fall scent. Have you ever walked into a Michael's during the fall and you smell that classic apple cinnamon scent? That is what this is. It smells like apple cinnamon potpourri. It's not bad. I'm not gonna return this. This reminds me of my mom. This is the type of candle that my mom loves to burn during the fall. She's not much of a seasonal burner, so she would actually burn something like this year round. But so the notes on this are cinnamon dusted apples, warm cider, fresh ground nutmeg, and clove. I mean, really, I smell apple. I smell cinnamon. I can pick up some of the clove. It just smells like the most generic fall scent. So I do kind of like the label on it. I will keep this, I will burn it, I will review it for you guys, let you know how it does. This one kind of has some interesting, like, things going on with the wax here. Can you guys see that? None of these other candles really have any variations in the wax, but this one, It's like the wax wasn't mixed very well or something. So I'm curious about the performance of this guy. I do like the lid on this collection. It's kind of that like, I don't know, what would you call this? Like a brushed gold, brushed bronze gold almost. It's very pretty, very rustic. So we'll see. Love the lids on this one. This is White Pumpkin. Okay, so I had high hopes for this one because I do tend to really like a lot of white pumpkin type scents. The notes on this are white pumpkin, autumn spice blend, ground cinnamon, and it says it's made with essential oils. So are these made with essential oils? Nope, they're not. Faux oils over here, I guess. It's a beautiful label. It's very, like, this I would put into my front living room, my fancy lady room, where no children toys are allowed. Beautiful white wax, frosted glass. It does have that very typical creamy white pumpkin scent to it. I can smell cinnamon. I get clove out of this, totally. Maybe a little bit of nutmeg too. It's just, it's all of those classic sort of fall spices mixed with a basic white pumpkin scent. Not basic as in bad, but just like what you typically think of when you think of white pumpkin versus like the more traditional like orange pumpkin pie type scent, if that makes sense. It's really lovely on cold sniff. I have to admit, I really like this. I think of this as kind of the, I used to love Pumpkin Patch, don't get me wrong, and Heirloom Pumpkin. Those are really nice pumpkin scents, but I feel like this is a little bit more refined, a little bit more, I don't want to say mature, but it's less aggressive than the Pumpkin Patch. It smells prettier to me, if that makes sense. Not that I don't like the Pumpkin Patch, I do. I didn't purchase any of that this year, but I would actually, depending on how this performs overall, I would consider picking up a couple more of these because it is lovely on cold sniff. And then what did I stock up on? So besides stocking up on these two, the one that I really kind of went a little bit ham on is something that I've been waiting to come back forever, and I'm so glad. It's the White Barn #1, the nutmeg and spice. I do have two of my kind of originals, I guess. I think the two that I have, I want to say are from 2012 potentially. 11 or 12. It was when they had the classic like White Barn. There's like a barn. Do you guys remember that label? That's the one that I have two left of, and I've been cherishing them for so many holidays because to me this is one of my favorite holiday candles. I like to burn this in the fall. I like to burn it around Thanksgiving and also right through Christmas. This just screams warm, comfy, cozy home to me. I still love this scent. It is the one that, even if I abandoned Bath & Body Works altogether, the one that I would always continue to come back to is this. It's beautiful, you guys. I have it burning right now. I'm testing out one of the ones that I purchased in store. And so far, it's really nice. I think it's very similar to the original, if not exactly the same. I need to get the original one out for when I do the comparison video, but I love it. It's just gorgeous, you guys. So it is a white wax, obviously, but it is in a brown container, so perfect for fall. I don't decorate my house really in these warm tones anymore, but it's fine. I can always put it in a sleeve, but I do think that this particular color of glass is kind of a perfect fit for the candle. I do miss that classic White Barn label, but this is fine. So the notes in here are spiced nutmeg, sugared cinnamon, and vanilla chestnut. This is an A1. And I just noticed that these are made in Canada. These all made in Canada. No, this one says, this one does not say where. This one just says Ohio. Has like the address. This one does not say made in Canada. Interesting. This one's made in Canada. So, I don't know. It's just gorgeous, you guys, though. I cannot get enough of this. Like I said, I did go a little crazy on this one because I'm afraid they won't bring it back again. And like I said, this is a very classic, just fall through to Christmas type of scent for me. I used to go through so many of this particular fragrance during the holidays. It just has always been that, like, I want my home to smell like this during the holidays. I definitely also like tree type scents during that time of year, and I find that this pairs really well with those balsam, fir, evergreen type candles that I use to get the tree smell in my house, if that makes sense. I feel like this would actually pair really nicely with any of the Homeworks holiday set that I reviewed. Was that last weekend? I think it was last weekend. I feel like this will pair really nicely with any of those. I think this would go really nicely with any of the ones from the fall, the harvest set as well. So yeah, this just kind of, this feels like the old Slatkin days to me at Bath and Body Works, and I just kind of feel like this is something that's a must-have for me. So it was worth splurging a little bit on this. But that is everything that I picked up. Let me know what you are picking up at Bath & Body Works this fall. Let me know if you are craving anything specific for the holiday time. One thing that I didn't notice is Cranberry Woods. Has that come back out again? I do have a couple backups of that, but I would be really bummed if they did away with Cranberry Woods because I like Cranberry Woods around Thanksgiving through to Christmas time. It's another one of my like favorite Slatkin era fragrances. One of the original labels where there is the like the forest, like you can see kind of the shadow of the trees, and then there's like this like red almost like sunset in the background. Do you guys remember that label? Do you know what I'm talking about? Some of you probably do. Some of you are like, what the hell are you talking about? But that is one of my favorite labels of all time. I just absolutely love that one. The Bronze Blogger actually showed it on one of his recent posts on Instagram. If you're not following the Bronze Blogger, you should. I will put his Instagram link down below. Lots of good Bath & Body Works information on his page. But yeah, let me know what you are excited about for the fall and both the upcoming holiday season. I haven't seen too many sneaks of what's coming out for the holidays, but it's probably a lot of the same stuff. I'm expecting champagne toast, cranberry pear Bellini. I think Mary Cookie might be coming back. I'd be curious to try Mary Cookie again, as long as it didn't burn like crap and turn into kerosene halfway through. I would totally get some of that because Mary Cookie is also a beautiful scent typically from Bath & Body Works when it performs well. So yeah. All right, thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and starting next Saturday and then the following Saturdays until probably well into fall at this point, you will be seeing candle reviews. So yeah, look for those videos coming up in the following weeks. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.